Have you ever been in a situation where you had a chance to speak up, but then you didn't because you didn't want to feel uncomfortable, or you didn't want to make someone else feel uncomfortable, or you just didn't want to have an uncomfortable conversation? A few weeks ago, I went over to one of my very favorite Italian cafes in the area to get my very favorite Italian cappuccino. And because I'm a regular there, sometimes I tend to get, sometimes they will give me extras. They'll make it a large when I ask for a small, or they'll give me a double. But really when I go there, I order a small because when I have a small, I can put just the right balance of sugar and cocoa to the cappuccino that really makes the cappuccino that I love. So on this particular day, as I was waiting for my cappuccino, and then the man behind the counter handed it to me, and he said with a little bit of a wink, I made it a double. Now at first there was a little bit of panic because I thought to myself the delicate balance of my cappuccino is going to be off. But the man was so happy to have given me this little bonus, and I didn't want to make him feel bad. So I thanked him profusely. I put a little extra sugar and maybe a little milk and a little bit of cocoa, and I hoped for the best. But I got into my car and I very quickly realized that this was not the cappuccino that I was looking forward to. But I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. But in the end, who loses out? Well, I lost because I didn't get the cappuccino that I wanted. And he lost out because he was trying to be nice and he was trying to give me an extra little bonus, but little did he know that I barely drank it. I drank just a little bit, and as soon as I got home, I just had to throw it out. So where is the lesson here? Now, as a public speaking and presentation skills trainer and coach, I see this all the time, the need to avoid uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable feelings, and even creating uncomfortable feelings in others. So that is why sometimes if you may find yourself avoiding situations where you could speak up at a meeting, or you say yes to a presentation, or you just hold yourself back from sharing your expertise because you're feeling uncomfortable and you don't like that feeling. But then what happens? Who loses out when you don't step up, and when you don't speak up, and when you don't share your expertise and your insights? Well, first you do, right? Because you're not getting a chance to share your expertise, share your insights, and really the opportunity to possibly change someone's life with what you are presenting. And the audience loses out because they're not gaining any value from what you have to share. So you're not getting the cappuccino you want. And they, while they think they have all that they need, they never know that you are not giving them their best. So what is our lesson from all this? The next time I go to my favorite Italian cafe and I am given a double, or I'm given a large when I asked for a small, I will put myself out there to have that uncomfortable situation with the super nice, generous man to say, this is exactly how I want my cappuccino, a small cappuccino, so that I could have the exact balance of sugar and cocoa and cappuccino that I need. And he will be happy enough to know that when I walk out of the store, I am a happy, happy customer that got what I need. So the next time you have an opportunity to speak up, and you have an opportunity to give a presentation, and you are feeling overwhelmed by the uncomfortable feelings that come from the nerves, that come from the overwhelm of how do you focus all of your content and put it together, and just basically how do you engage your audience and leave them with something of value, then why don't you give me a call? I would be happy to chat with you to make sure that your audience gets the best from you, and that you get the best of your cappuccino.